Hello, my dear friends. I welcome you all to Capital Trainers, a training institute for accounting professionals, where our key focus is on training on GST, income tax, Excel, as well as Tally, so as to ensure that a person who could be a graduate or who's in the process of becoming a graduate or a postgraduate or somebody who's already employed but still looking for a development in his employment or looking out for a better job. These are the category or segment of people who might require some more knowledge in terms of the basic knowledge what they have got. They want some advanced knowledge and at the same time get that practical connect and the practical touch with respect to four areas, that is income tax, GST, tally, as well as Excel. These are the four key areas what we look at, because that's what we feel that as a taxation and accounting professional, these are the four core areas where you are required to have key element of knowledge. And we, capital trainers, started way back about some 8 years back now and trained to close to thousands of students, both physically as well as through online training. And we are here in front of you with recorded sessions where we'll be streaming the videos to you through our app, what we have developed. And we have got a facility to stream that videos to you directly sitting at your home in this pandemic circumstances where it is difficult to walk out of the home. So we decided that we will make sure that we will reach your house so that you will stay home, stay safe, and also learn the things perfectly and become an accounting and taxation professional, with ensuring that you get some good knowledge on the concepts as well as a lot of practical insights as to how do we file the returns, how do we get some clarity of thought, all those areas we are going to deal with you guys. And well, this is Shiva Teja, a qualified chartered accountant and cost accountant. I've been into training CA students for last more than 10 years and I've trained close to more than 12,000 students till date for both CA Inter as well as CA Final and across various other professional platforms. At the same time, I'm also into practice, been in core taxation field, both income tax and GST field for last so many years, and my core area of practice is purely taxation. And I'm going to handle with you two areas, that is income tax and GST. We have got different faculty for Excel and we have got different faculty for Tally. When I say Tally, it's not just the Tally accounting software. You will get some good knowledge and insight about accounting terms in terms of how do we do the accounting, what is accounting all about, advanced skill set in accounting. All that definitely will train you guys. So we at Capital Trainers are here in front of you guys to give you some good practical insights in terms of four areas of Tally, Excel, income tax and GST. And I will deal with you income tax as well as GST guys. Yeah. So well, this video is basically to introduce you to the course content what we have got and what is that content you are going to learn and how much time you are going to spend with us and what is that you are going to learn in the time what you are going to give us. Because it's something very important that the time what we spend we cannot get back at all. So we ensure that every minute and every second you spend with us will be the most effective and most knowledgeable. Yeah, right. So friends, I'm going to tackle with you income tax as well as other area GST, one such most practical area, which is something which we get to see on a daily basis. Of course, income tax is something where IT returns we file on yearly once, but GST is not like that. We are required to file GST returns on monthly basis. Yeah. So when we talk about income tax, first thing we are going to learn is basics of income tax in terms of what is income tax, what is income tax all about, how it has come, who should pay income tax, and we are going to learn also about the basics of IT returns, where we are going to learn who is that who is required to file income tax return. And at the same time, how is that the income tax return needs to be filed. Then we are also going to learn various ITRs, especially we are going to focus on ITR 1, ITR 2, ITR 3 and ITR 4. In India, out of last year, out of total returns filed, 85% returns filed were ITR 1 and ITR 4, which are the most common returns. ITR 1 in case of person with a salaried employee and he has got income from only one house property. and ITR 4 is in case of presumptive income. Two most common returns where more than 85% to 90% returns filed in India were ITR 1 or ITR 4. So we are going to learn all these ITRs where which ITR is applicable to whom and what are the contents of that ITR and how do we file that income tax return. Earlier, there were times where we need to file income tax return using Excel utility or Java utility. But recently, with effect from assessment year 2021-22, they have introduced the concept of using JSON utility. JSON is a kind of format. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. These are the kind of formats what we use where we try to compress the data in that income tax return and upload the data online so that the income tax return content will be processed by the income tax department. Gone are the days where we physically go to the income tax office, fill the return manually and submit it manually. Those days are gone. Everything has now become online. And in this circumstance where technology is growing at such a rapid pace, it is important that we get accustomed to the online learning, online training, online execution, and online returns. Everything is online now. Yeah. But in spite of being it online, we will make sure that you guys get the practical knowledge to the best extent possible. That's our responsibility. Clear? Yeah. Apart from this, my dear friends, we will also discuss a lot of tax saving options within the parameters of the law, which we technically call it as tax planning. How do we save our taxes? How do we reduce the taxes? And we are also going to learn about how do we reply to notices. Because a lot of times this is one such thing where people get too much of doubts. Where one notice comes, sir, how do we reply to that notice? That's a big question mark. And as an accounting taxation professional, you are required to have knowledge on how do we reply to the notice. It's not just filing of return. See, if you just think filing of return, if you say that some people I get to see that they say, I filed the return, done, my job is over. You cannot afford to say that. Filing of return is not the end of the story. Filing of return, in my language, I say it is the beginning of the story. Because when you file the return, there is a possibility that income tax return will send a notice where they'll ask you questions on the contents of the return what you have filed. Technically, we call it as scrutiny notice. Or there is also a possibility that income tax department may come forward and ask various questions with respect to transactions what you have done. For example, when you deposit money in savings bank account, especially when you do a cash deposit in savings bank account of more than 10 lakh rupees, notice will come automatically from income tax department asking the source of income for that 10 lakhs deposit, where they'll question you, what is the source? Where from you got this 10 lakhs to deposit in savings bank account? In such case, it is our fundamental duty to reply to that notice. Then how do we tackle that? So these kind of interesting areas in terms of basics of ITR, tax saving option, tax planning options, various income tax return, ITR 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll also talk about how do we respond to the notices in income tax department. Then we are also going to learn TDS, concepts of TDS, and we are also going to learn about filing of TDS returns. Then I'm also going to spend time with you on how do we generate TDS certificate. So these are all the various areas where I'm going to spend a lot of time with you guys and make you guys get some good knowledge in income tax. And it's very important being a taxation professional. And this course is also suitable for those people who are undertaking graduation course or post-graduation course. Maybe a chartered accountant student or a cost accountant student or company secretary student or even a BCom graduate student who is pursuing his BCom course but wants to get some good sound knowledge in terms of practical experience so that he can get a better job. For them also, our course is useful for you. And in income tax, generally, we spend a time of about, we have a content of close to some 30 hours content. And in general, we recommend you to watch out 2 hours every day so that 15 days you can complete this content. And if you have got more time with you guys, you can definitely watch more. It's your luxury, it's your convenience because we are traveling to your home to ensure that you watch our videos. See that you have a technology nowadays where you need not go to a theater and watch a movie now. It's all Netflix, Amazon Prime. AHA, and we have got so many content, so many Z5, so many options are there now. OTT platforms where we are sitting at our home and at our luxury we are watching any kind of movie what we want. So that kind of technology and that kind of environment what we are living in. So definitely you have got a comfort with you at whatever convenient time you want to watch, you can watch our content. Similarly, in GST also we have got close to some 30 hours content where in GST we are going to spend time with you on filing of GST returns, especially in terms of GSTR 1, GSTR 3B, and GSTR 9. Technically, we call it as annual return. GSTR 1 is basically a statement of outward supply. GSTR 3B is a monthly summary return. GSTR 9 is a annual return. Of course, before you learn that GST return, we are definitely going to teach you the basics of GST, and we are going to make you perfect in terms of GST registration, one such practical important area where we charge a good fees from the client. See, whatever simple logic, sir, whatever money you are going to spend with us, whatever penny you pay to us, that penny will be returned back to you in terms of some service given to the client. If you just get one client where you do some registration service to him, enough. Whatever course fees you pay to us, that you will recover in one registration itself or one return itself. You definitely, and we will definitely ensure that you get great sound knowledge that you can practically execute the content what you learned with us. Then we are going to teach you in terms of input tax credit. What are the cases where input tax credit is allowed, cases where input tax credit is not allowed. First of all, what is input tax credit? If Shiva Teja is a GST registered person, on whatever services I provide, I pay output GST. And whatever, let's say, I buy some laptop or I take some inward services, whatever GST I paid on my inward services or inward goods, that I claim it as input tax credit. So I'm going to spend some time with you. What are the cases where input credit is allowed and what are the cases where input credit is also blocked? And definitely I'm going to deal with you guys in terms of also learning about what is the concept of e-waybill, where e-waybill is required, how do we generate that e-waybill, and what are the consequences where if e-waybill is not generated. That area also we are definitely going to make you learn. At the same time, in GST return, we will make you learn about how do we execute the offline tools, how do we make use of offline tools, how do we create challan, how do we do payment of tax on the GST portal. In short, what we ensure to do is that everything in GST portal, every single option in the GST portal will make you learn and ensure that you get some great sound knowledge so that you can practically execute these concepts. So these are the major core areas where we will make you learn in terms of income tax and GST. And I'm talking about income tax and GST because I'll be dealing with you income tax and GST. There are other faculty who will teach you Tally, other faculty will teach you Excel. But my focus area is about income tax and GST, where our purpose is very simple, boss. Who are already doing a job, we want to ensure that you guys get great knowledge and in your job you perform better or your job pay scale should escalate. And somebody who is a graduate or postgraduate student or maybe he has to undergo some training, he has not undergone practical training, our job is to ensure that you get the practical training for sure. And we have conducted so many offline batches till date and even online batch we are conducting now. And one thing what we assure and promise you that in this pandemic environment, since we are unable to conduct offline classes, we are conducting this kind of online training through recorded session and live streaming. And one benefit what we can assure you is that once things settle down and one situation comes back to normalcy, we are going to start our offline batches again. And in that offline batches, we will ensure that we will allow you to attend the offline batches without any extra fees to be paid to us. The fees what you are going to pay to us now for attending this online sessions or live streaming or recorded sessions, that's enough. You need not pay again to attend offline classes. We will give a facility to you to come and attend offline classes again where I will only teach income tax and GST. And any doubts anytime during the course content, I'll be available. And we will also make sure that every 2 days once or 3 days once, I will come online where we will send a Zoom link to you. And through that Zoom, we can interact with each other raise your queries, raise your concerns, and I can help you out solving all your practical doubts and practical queries. Yeah, that also will do. So that we will have a practical connect at the same time we learn things practically. I'm saying this word practically again and again for a simple reason because this is not a theoretical learning what we are going to give you. Our objective is to ensure that you get some great amount of practical knowledge. Clear guys? This is only an introduction video to you guys so that we will tell you what is the course content we are going to cover in income tax and GST. And I'll come up with a couple of demo videos also so that you will get a clarity of thought on how our course will be in terms of learning the concept, content and also the practical things. Clear? Thank you so much. We all wish to see you guys on board and any help you want in terms of joining our course, we'll be happy to assist you. Please call up or message us on the admin number what is mentioned. This is our website portal capitaltrainers.com where you have the details of our course content. You can see that this is the recorded lectures fees what we have announced, that is for GST. Generally we charge a fees of 7,500, but considering the current situation and environment, we thought it's our duty to support you guys also. So we decided to fix the fees as GST 5,000, IT as 5,000. But if you guys join both with us, then we are going to offer the entire content at 9,000 only. And some interesting benefit what we will give you is duration is 20 hours each, but it's not just 20 hours, it will be close to about 30 hours. At the same time, validity will be 1 month and number of views will be 2 views. Where for example, one time you watch the video, but you feel like you want to watch it once again, you can still watch it once again. So we are giving 2 views to you. And you have got a facility to send a message to us and you have got our WhatsApp number there. You can call on the WhatsApp numbers, you can message us or you can also call us. We'll be happy to assist you and guide you in terms of registration process. Thank you so much. Take care guys. All the very best. Stay home, stay safe and have a great learning. Thank you.